the brake switch for the brake. Alright guys, I think I did this right. Let's see, I've got the old bolt out. I believe this is called like banjo bolts. So I just pulled it out from here. It's a 12 millimeter. You're supposed to brace the master cylinder because sometimes they're extremely tight. So you like put like a wrench in there and brace it while you pop it off. So I take that out, and now I have put the switch in here, and I put the washer back on, and then this piece, and I'm just kind of spinning it around. I popped the cap off the top of here, and it doesn't allow you to just hold the top and spin the nut, so you need to spin it all together, I guess. I'm not really sure there's an easier way to do this, but I mean, I guess this is working fine, and it looks like I'm actually there. So I'm gonna go ahead and tighten this down, and I'm assuming I'm gonna have to bleed the brakes and get the pressure tight again, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, I just tightened this thing down, gave it a couple turns, and it's really tight. This bolt right here is 14 millimeter, while the stock one is 12. So I put that on, and I actually have pretty good brake pressure still. I'm gonna have to give it a little ride to see if it needs to be bled. So I can't really tell right now, but it does have, I mean, it's got some good pressure, and it's grabbing back there. So we'll see. I'll probably end up having to bleed it a little bit. I'm not gonna do that right this second. So now I'm gonna go ahead and wire up these two leads, and I think this is kind of the same thing like the kill switch. It's just two wires. There isn't a positive or negative. It's just two wires. You gotta run them up to the what are these going to? The brake light. So one goes positive to the brake light, and one goes negative. And then I think we'll be done. I think we'll be done. Yeah. Okay, so I just hooked these two up. I just clamped them inside of these little nipples, and I'm gonna go ahead and put this shrink wrap tubing over them, and then close the gap here, make it look clean. Okay, the shrink tubing is all tight, and this is a joint. Now I'm gonna run it, I guess, up behind the frame behind here. It's gonna be really close to the exhaust. I might actually run it on the outside. I don't know, I'm gonna decide here. Alright, so I just hooked up everything to the battery and tested it out. The brake switch works, the brake light works, the blinkers technically work. What they do is they don't blink, they just stay on. So I don't have a blinker or a flasher. So I need to get a flasher. Tomorrow I am taking it to get inspected. Right now I currently have some bald tires. These are the original factory tires, so they're not DOT approved. The blinkers don't actually blink either. We'll see. I think I'm gonna be able to scheme by and get it legit, get it passed, and then I'll actually pick some things up. But now I'm just gonna go ahead and clean up a lot of the wiring and zip tie some things to the frame, just make all these make everything look clean. I still have to do the license plate lights, the little LED lights. I'm gonna just bring those with me to inspection and tell them that once I get the plate, I'm gonna install them. What they are is, where are they? Oh, here they are. Okay, they're just these little LEDs that'll like show my plate at night. And so I need to hardwire them. So like I need the plate to put these through, and then I'll just attach those to the brake light system. They shouldn't draw any light at all or any power at all. Other than that, I'm just gonna clean up the bike right now, get everything kind of put away, and then that's it. Oh, also, I bought these super crappy bar end mirrors to get it to pass inspection. I plan on taking them off immediately and putting them back on my handle or my hand guards. And I even told the tag agency the other day that like I'm taking these off when I leave. They're like, that's fine. So hopefully everything goes well tomorrow and this thing gets passed, and then I can get plates on it, and then I will fix my blinkers and everything. But yeah. All right, just got off of work and now it's time to take this thing in. Alright, just got off work and I've got the e-bike in the back of my roommate's truck and we are pulling up to the tag agency now. Hopefully I pass inspection. What is this guy doing on it? So we'll see how everything goes. Well, just went to the tag agency and they took like copies of all my paperwork that I had and sent it off somewhere. So it's not registered today. Hopefully, they said they're gonna call me tomorrow, so hopefully it'll be good tomorrow. Their inspection was a VIN check, so I think that's the only inspection I'm gonna get, hopefully. So we'll see how it goes. All right, so after waiting about a week after submitting my papers to the tag agency here in town. I gave them a call and they said that it was up to the tax commission office in Oklahoma City to get back to them. It was no longer really their responsibility. They're just waiting on them now. So I called the tax commission office in Oklahoma City and they told me that it takes them 4 to 6 weeks, if not longer, to go through their mail. That's how much of a waiting period they have to go through their mail. So now I'm going down there in person to hand deliver. So I have to drive an hour both ways, which sucks. And hand deliver the papers so they can say that I can register my bike. Not too happy about that, but it is what it is. Hopefully, after I get that done, after I go down to Oklahoma City right now, I will have the bike ready to get plates. Fingers crossed. Alright, so I guess I didn't record after I got done at the tax commission office. So what happened was I went in, I gave them all my paperwork, I had it nice and laid out in a binder, and my paperwork included all the parts that I purchased, my insurance, and the title. I gave that to them, and the lady went back, and it happened to be the one I talked to on the phone. She went back, it took her like 20 minutes, and then in the system, I guess she converted my bike from off-road to on-road in the system. And then she gave me a packet with a filled out piece of paper that said I could get a title, or not a title, a plate. I guess technically a road title as well. So she gave me that stuff. I went to the next booth over, and then I gave them that piece of paper. It took them like an hour to figure out how to give me a plate, but I ended up getting a plate. And then I had to pay, so I paid for the plate, and I paid to get a street legal title. I guess it was just kind of like a reprint or something. But, so I got all that stuff. I left the building with the plate. So the bike has plates on it. But yeah, so I guess the best way to do it if you're in Oklahoma is to go to the tax commission office in Oklahoma City. Don't wait for them to take 2 months, because you can go there in an hour and get done. But yeah, I just went and I looked like I knew what I was doing, even though I still don't know what is expected or needed to register a bike. But I just went to them with this little binder full of stuff, and it basically just has all like my parts in here. And I didn't show them any receipt for DOT tires, a horn, speedometer, any of that stuff really. And they still gave me a tire, or still gave me a plate. It cost $83.50, I believe, and that's that. So it was pretty simple. Just look like you know what you're doing and go in there,
with TrueStep altogether because they definitely did not know what they were doing. I had to like actually help them try to figure out how to give me a plate on their computer system because they couldn't figure it out. But that's that. I'm gonna make one more video on the build series because a lot of things didn't go very well with the bike. For one, the way the rear blinkers were set up, the right hand side immediately got melted by my exhaust. I don't know why I didn't see that coming, but it happened. So the right side blinkers are totally melted, and so I got a new blinker system, and I put the tail lights on, and maybe some other things. Alright guys, if you like that video or any of my other videos in this build series, go ahead and give it a like or subscribe for more stuff. I'll have a first ride video coming out here soon, and the next part of this video or the build series. So stay tuned.